You can move on your own. Ouija moves, dancing in the end zone. Crush groove. All we do is get dubs. Hate to lose. We can do this all day. No snooze. Only get it popping if you saying that you popping, dog. Never.
Cut that short because it's after 10 o'clock. What's going on, FNG? What's going on, FNG? This is your boy, as always, Big Boy Deal, the Browns owner. We have a lot to talk about, as always, because we missed a couple weeks. But first, we got to introduce a couple of fellas that's on the show. We got my man, 10 Grand Harris, the Chargers owner.
Greetings, gentlemen.
Hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not how you do it. Come on, man.
It's already done. It's recorded. Too late.
Right. Whatever, dude. You can't debo that too. We also got Mike Wright, the Steelers owner, with the fresh haircut. What's up, man? We got Hoseyan with the Raiders gear. Can't wait to see the new stadium.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Good, man. And then, of course, the triple OG/triple OG, Mr. Tony Tranks with the toilet paper behind him.
Let me tell you something, brother. Next time you steal my intro, we're going through it. What's going on, everybody?
I'll wait till the Super Bowl.
Right. All right, so let's get right into it. We always do standings, so we're gonna go straight into the playoffs.
Well, a lot of time has passed. The last time we did it was week 12, so we had 13 to 17 to cover. And being that we're currently in the wild card round now with 3 games already played, I don't think it makes sense to go over all those past games because we kind of have the seeding and we know where everybody is, and we're kind of waiting for the one game to be played. So I would suggest cut and pass through that and go into either top 10 or the seeding, whichever you like to do first.
Let's do top 10. Let's get it out the way.
Top 10?
Top 10.
Roger. All right, well, before we do the top 10, I want to give you what the top 10 was initially the last time we did it. Number 1, Chargers. Number 2 was the Broncos. Number 3.
Wait, Broncos was number 2?
Mm-hmm. Yo, man. Yo, you heard it. I ain't stutter. They were number 2 at the time.
Patch on that.
At the time, they only had 1 loss. They were one of the 3 teams that only had 1 loss, or 4 teams that only had 1 loss. Yeah. So like I said, Chargers were number 1, Broncos were number 2, the Seahawks were number 3, the Falcons were number 4, the 49ers were number 5, the Bears were number 6, the Redskins were number 7. The Bills were number 8. The Ravens were number 9. And the Patriots were number 10. It's amazing that this last top 10 we have 1 team on there that has been eliminated. So that's I think that's kind of awesome. So here we are in the wild card. Wild card. Let's see. Who you guys got as number 1? Chargers, right? They wouldn't have lost their standing just from not losing the game, right? So put Chargers number 1.
Can't stand them. They cheat anyway.
Sounds like a lot of hate.
It is.
Hate. Number 2, I would think the number 1 seed in the NFC, Bears, right?
Yep. Congratulations to Isaiah. He stepped up this past season.
Bears were 14-2. Chargers were 15-1. Right? Yeah, 15-1.
Yo, give me a host real quick.
Yep. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. I'll move a little slower because I know.
Which one? Oh, it don't matter. I got you.
And number 3, give me a moment here. I guess we have to decide between 49ers, Broncos, Falcons, Redskins. Right now, the next division winner will be the Falcons, right?
I'll give it to the 49ers.
All right, let me ask you: are we going to update it with the recent changes in with the wins in the playoffs now, or what are we going to do? We're going to do a top. What do we want to do?
I think just off rip in the season.
End the season top 10.
End the season. Yeah.
All right, well, if we're doing end the season top 10, I would think that the top ranked teams were the division winners. So I would say the 49ers would be number 4. Because the Bears have a better record, even though the 49ers beat them head to head, they have the better record than the number 1 seed. 49ers are the number 2 seed.
Wait. You got Chargers, Bears. Who was number 3?
I was going to say the 49ers because we're the division.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you said 4.
No. 49ers.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. I agree.
At 13-3.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Number 4.
Broncos
over the Falcons. Falcons won a division at 14-12. They're all 12-4, all these teams. And the Redskins and Falcons are both division winners. So you're going to rank the Broncos over the Redskins and the Falcons?
No.
And the Rams?
You're right. I'll give Redskins then. Redskins, Falcons, then Broncos. I'm sorry, I like the Rams too, though, man. Hey, after planning, good Lord.
Oh, you realize how difficult it is.
Good Lord.
Redskins, Falcons, number 5.
Hey, and by the way, if you're watching this, I did share the link on our Facebook page. So the link is up there for everybody that want to watch this show.
6.
Let's post this up real quick.
You saying the Broncos at number 6? You're going to put the Broncos over the Seahawks and the Bills?
The end of season?
Because we got division winners still. We have the Bills and the Colts who won the division at 11-5. Now they're 1 win off, but they won the division and they have a home game essentially.
I mean, I won my division. That don't mean I should be in the top 10 at 9-7.
Well, I'm just.
Hey, Harris,
just put
shut
it
up,
out
man.
there.
Hey, Harris, see me, Harris.
Next week.
All right,
Got you.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess it is the Broncos since everyone, because essentially the Chargers are the only one keeping them from winning the division, right? So, all right, we'll put the Broncos there. Number 7, we have Rams, Bills, Colts, Patriots, and Browns.
Rams.
Wait.
Hold on, we only have the Seahawks.
Where did you have the Redskins at?
Rank the Redskins number 4.
Yeah,
they won a division.
That's right. Yeah.
Number 5, we have the Falcons. They won a division at 12-4. All these teams are 12-4. Then we have Bills. They won a division, 11-5.
It's the Falcons. What in the world? Where y'all go?
What he's doing right now is connecting so the audience can see what we say.
It messed with my screen at my house.
No, it's not.
It's doing the same thing here. Yeah.
Yeah, it went to my homepage. See, Hosiana hacked my laptop. See, man, I told y'all about Hosiana. Told y'all.
You gotta get off the dial, man.
So yeah. So right now we're at number 7. The Seahawks have not even been mentioned. The Seahawks pretty much end the season had to control their destiny. They were currently the number 5 seed. You want to rank the Rams over the Seahawks?
No. Wait a minute. Yes.
They have the same record, and the Seahawks have a higher seed. The Seahawks are the 5th seed. Rams are the 6th seed.
I wouldn't. No.
I mean, Madden ranks them higher, but I mean, we don't listen to Madden, do we?
Hey, I don't know.
I say Seahawks.
Seahawks over Rams.
Oh, okay.
That's my opinion.
I respect that man's passing game, so the man of my own heart.
Just because you got burnt just recently.
God,
well, if you had a defense,
I thought I passed a lot. Hey, Harris.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 8. Number 8. We still have not ranked the Bills, the Rams, Bills, Colts, Patriots, and Browns.
So I say Rams, Bills, and then Colts.
Okay.
I can live with
Rams, number 8.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Number 9, Bills
Yep.
at 11-4, 11-5. Rams at 12-4. And number 10, Colts over the Patriots and Browns. Is that what we're doing?
Heck yeah. I mean,
Yep.
Browns are only 9-7. Patriots
Okay.
are 10-6. Colts, I mean, they've been holding their own 11-5.
Okay, so you like the Colts better than Patriots?
I ain't say all that. I'm just looking.
That's what we're talking about. You about to rank. We have one spot left. We're about to rank them. Here's the bottom 5 here.
I'll put the Colts
Broncos,
over the
Seahawks,
Patriots.
Rams, Bills, and Colts.
I
I'll put the
agree.
Colts over the Patriots.
Give me host, man. For some reason, I gave it back to you.
Colts 11-5.
What did it take over your screen completely?
Yeah, it did. I'll give it back to you.
Okay.
All right. So here's what we have for the top 10. Number 10, Colts. Number 9, Bills. Number 8, Rams at 12-4. The Bills were 11-5, so were the Colts. Number 7, Seahawks 12-4. Broncos. Number 6, 12-4 as well. Number 5, Falcons 12-4. Number 4, Redskins, also 12-4. Number 3, Hossein, echo.
DJ Clue.
Yeah, kick me out again.
Desert Storm.
Yeah, see, it keeps making you host.
Number 3, 49ers.
That's not good.
No, 49ers be number 3 is good. What are you talking about?
Hey,
Number
wait,
2.
real quick. Who won the division? Did the Patriots win their divisions?
No, the Bills did.
Bills. The Bills won. He got a bye.
The Bills
Oh,
did.
okay, he did.
They're number 2 seed.
Oh, the Colts won their division though.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Colts won his division.
Yep.
Number 2,
Yeah, Isaiah
Bears.
said something.
And number 1, the Chargers.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
And that's the top 10 as of the end of the season. Records and all. Not bad. I don't disagree with anything in there.
Mm-mm.
I will say this. The only thing that looks, when I say kind of strange, is we have the number 2 seed in the AFC ranked number 9 in the top 10. And we have them ranked below the Broncos, who were number 6. So essentially we're saying the Broncos are better than the Bills. They just happen to be in a tougher division.
Yep.
Same thing with the Seahawks and Rams.
Yeah, I mean, all this is just a power ranking.
Yeah, that's power ranking. So it's
Yep.
who we think is the best, regardless of record.
Right.
Well,
So now-
speaking of who's
now-
best, we got the games that kind of prove who's best, right?
Yeah.
So we are in the wild card week, right?
Yes, sir. We go right to that.
Oh, yeah, let's pull that up.
You able to pull that up?
Yeah.
Hossein?
So, well, since we're waiting, we'll while he's pulling it up, I'll announce the seeding. In the AFC, Chargers are number 1 seed in the AFC, and the number 2 AFC team, who pretty much have home field advantage until they meet the Chargers, potentially, are the Bills, because they won their division at 11-5. Chargers are 15-1. Number 3 seed is the Colts, 11-5 as well, and the number 4 seed is the Browns at 9-7. Edging out the Ravens. Edging out the Ravens by virtue of their sweeping the Ravens, because they tied with the Ravens at 9-7.
Which I ain't done since season 1.
Yeah, but you handle your business. Those were late wins, so they were important. We also have the Broncos as the first wild card at 12-4, which is impressive. And we have the Patriots as the second wild card, which is the 6th seed at 10-6. So that's the AFC lineup. So essentially, the Bills and the Chargers both have byes. Going over to the NFC, we have the Bears. It's the number 1 seed, home field throughout the playoffs and a bye. The 49ers, Bears are 14-2. 49ers are the number 2 seed, winning the division with at 13-3. We have the Falcons, who narrowly they were close to having the number 2 seed, but they took a couple losses toward the end of the season to the 2 guys above them. So makes sense. They were the number 3 seed. Number 4 seed is the Redskins at 12-4. Both the Falcons and Redskins are 12-4. And then you have the number 5 seed was the Seahawks. I don't know why they rank them below the Rams, because the Seahawks right now played the Falcons in the playoffs. So I know the Seahawks had to be the 5th seed, and the Rams are the 6th seed. So that was a seeding for the NFC. And this week, is Hossein going to pull that up, or we're going to move forward?
Go ahead and move forward.
Okay.
I know he's working on something right now.
Making him host for some reason.
Yeah, make me host again.
Yeah.
I'm sending it right back.
Man.
All right, well, that's cool. Did anyone see, while we wait, did anyone see the Patriots-Colts game? Because I completely missed it. There wasn't any heads up as to what time they were playing. Was anyone able to check it out? Because they did broadcast. I just happened to miss it.
I didn't see it.
Well, the final score, because I just saw the comments, and I was so salty I missed this game. It was 22-25.
Seemed like a good game.
Yeah. Colts were hosting the Patriots. The Colts edged out the Patriots by 3 points.
Came back to win.
Yeah, I'm looking at the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, they were up by 1 in the first half, but they were shut out in the third, and the Patriots scored 2 field goals. I think there was 2 field goals. 6 points. They could have missed the. Yeah, they scored 2 field goals, and then they kind of had 11 points in the fourth, which kind of gave them that win. But looking at the stats here, wow, the Colts had 100. The Colts had 148 yards rushing against the Pats, which is not good. You can't win in the playoffs if you can't stop the run. That's not good. And then Colts only passed for 152 yards to the Patriots 212. Nick Foles was pretty efficient too.
Mm-hmm.
He was 137.2, 225 yards passing, 1 touchdown, no picks. Mariota, he had a touchdown and a pick with 166 yards, but both of them were sacked twice. So I believe it was definitely that run game, overall run game, because it looked like everybody touched the ball. Duke Johnson had 65 yards on 9 carries. Kyle Timms, who I think is probably an amazing back. I wish I was able to draft him. Kyle Timms, 4 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown, 15 yards a carry. Mariota had 5 carries, 22 yards, and a touchdown. So he was a big part of their game too.
Mm-hmm.
The Colts had a couple people touching the ball. No fumbles. Pat, Sony Michel had 65 yards on 15 carries and a touchdown. But that's, kind of really it. The rest of the guys weren't really doing much on the ground. So that's why the game was so close. But hey, what are you going to do? Colts get the move on. And I think because the Colts won, Colts are the 3rd seed. So I think they're going to be playing the who is it?
Bills.
The Bills. They should be playing the Bills because they're the 3rd seed.
Okay. Hey, fellas, and whoever's watching, you put in the comments who's watching. I'll shout y'all out.
And then we go over to the NFC, and we have the Seahawks traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Did anyone see this game?
I saw the game after I got off work. this afternoon on Twitch, and
Tell me what you think about the
Matt
game.
Matt had control from the beginning to the end. His running game was definitely dominating the Falcons defense, and he definitely shut down the Falcons run game, which actually is very good. Take free. He was a potential MVP candidate too.
Yep.
He
held it 44 yards rushing.
There's a couple things. Yeah. Yeah. The Falcons played some solid defense on some plays. He just couldn't, get his offense in a good rhythm. So
yeah, his they should stop in the pass.
He definitely stopped the pass. It's a lot of those 3 sacks were like big significant sacks that actually were like third downs, and some of them big second down plays. Like it was one time he was actually like 3rd and 22 and couldn't convert. I was like, wow, like, Matt dominated that game. So
I tell you, it looked like I watched the game on replay because I missed it. Another game I missed. I was salty, but it really looked like Matt was feeling him out early, and there wasn't much adjustment done by the Falcons. And then Matt just kind of accelerated his offense. And, Gurley was 16 carries, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, 8 yards, 8.6 yards a carry, almost 9 yards a carry. So it's like there was not much resistance given up by the defense. Then you add 80% passing, Russell Wilson. So he was converting, like every time he blinked, he was converting. And the crazy part was,
because he was only sending like 1 or 2 rushers at him,
and he still couldn't stop the pass. And he was sending 2 rushers, which is illegal, by the way. He was sending 2 rushers and had a spy, and Russell Wilson was still able to scramble for a touchdown and kind of do what he wanted to do. It was. I was not shocked, but I was disappointed at the Falcons' performance. I expected them to perform a little bit better. Right. He was throwing it to who he wanted to do when he wanted to do it, and there wasn't much he was able to do. And he was just scoring at will. And the final score, just in case I haven't mentioned it, was 35-14 Seattle beating Atlanta. Moving on to the third game, back over to the
shout
AFC.
Out to Tony Tillman. Shout out to Nash, Isaiah Nash.
What's going on, guys? Glad you guys watching. Denver traveled to Cleveland. You know what? Did you send Cole an invite? No, it's probably past his bedtime.
I didn't say that.
you put him to bed.
I didn't say that. I did not say.
Browns
put him to bed
played. Yeah, you put him to bed way early. He scored 14 points in the first quarter, and that's all she wrote.
It looked like it's gonna be a shootout.
Why don't you explain to us the key to your dominance in this game?
Yes, explain that.
Shut up. I think for me, I was peeping out like some of his plays, his formations, and it was easy for me to dissect and really dissect what he was about to do.
So what were the keys that was telling you, just for the laymen who aren't as good as defensive coordinators, what made you know what he was doing?
It was nothing big. It was just his formations. He was doing the same formations over and over again. It was nothing big. Even at the 2 touchdowns he got, I wish my pass
missed tackling.
Right. Missed tackles and my pass rush didn't get through. If that, and then he got one right over my DB. He was right there. I just watched it just a minute ago before we got on the show. And besides that, he wouldn't have scored. So
well, he was very efficient. He was 75% passing, 219 yards, 156.2 rating, 2 touchdowns. So, it looked like it was going to be a good game in the first quarter. And then Phil Lindsay on 17 carries, he had 46 yards. You shut the run game. And you know what? Phil Lindsay didn't get hurt this game.
No.
but the run game looked hurt. There was really nobody else doing anything.
Yeah. And then on offense, I just kept them guessing. I kept them guessing, and then like you'll see, like, I was using Odell
You kept
Beckham a
him
lot.
guessing.
Yeah, because if you watch
kept
it,
him
if you watch,
guessing.
now listen, if you watch in the second half, he was like double, triple teaming Odell.
Exactly. Odell had 11 carries and 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, 22 yards a carry.
Catch, you know
11 receptions. Shut up. 11 receptions, 242 yards, and 22 yards a pop. 146 yards were on rack catches.
Well, for one, I'd like to give a shout out to Odell Beckham because he broke the receiving record this year with over 3,000, about 3,100 receiving yards.
Steroids.
It is, whatever.
Well, he'll be pissing in the cup after that game.
Exactly.
But I mean, there was no guessing. I mean, he had to stop Beckham, and he couldn't stop him. I mean, you knew coming into this game, right? I remember going into the playoffs, the Broncos were probably the top 3 or 4 passing offenses in the league. And a couple games before that, they were the number 1 passing offense in the league. So, it was Mike Evans, deep bombs, multiple touchdowns, and you held him to 4 catches, 36 yards.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal. I really am, what was it that helped you shut down that one receiver and make him have to go to other people?
Well, he did go to somebody else with 3 catches.
Michael Gallup, yeah.
Right. But like I said, like it was me making the wrong adjustments on defense. And that's actually been my story. I need to like really eliminate those mistakes, especially if I go against a person like Harris who capitalized on mistakes. You make a mistake, he's going to score a touchdown. So I need to just play smart football, keep them in front of me, and I can win the game. This right here on defense, it really wasn't hard. Which, it's like night and day because I think it was like week 3 or 4, I played him. He beat me 48-20.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't stop him.
Wow. He beat your ass with the pants up or pants down. Jeez. Damn. Damn.
He said pants up or pants down.
Right.
Make a choice.
Yeah, but it was really impressive. I watched the game and you shut him out 3 straight quarters, second, third, and fourth. And the one thing I noticed when we were playing, he seemed to like the pinch buck a lot. Yeah, because I remember when I played him.
That was the first play. That was the first play, and I did a streak with him, and bam, touchdown.
That was first and last play all the way through
the
game.
Yeah, you were really. I noticed you were really taking advantage of man to man. You were able to identify it, and he could not stop what you were doing. So I obviously kudos to you on your win. You move on, and you get to play the reigning champion,
the GOAT of Madden 20. Hey,
Harris.
I promise.
I'm not the GOAT.
I promise
I'm not the
you.
GOAT.
You got 2 Super Bowls, so you're up there. I promise. If I beat Harris,
nah, I don't like that.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I beat Harris. When I beat Harris, I think you need to say that. When I beat Harris.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. When I beat Harris.
Roger.
Y'all started to treat me like Matt now, man. Y'all want me to lose.
Exactly.
Well, I just don't like hearing that if I beat Harris,
want me to catch a L.
Ifs and buts, candy and nuts, right? So
look at all these sayings.
Pause. Candy and nuts, huh? Pause.
Yeah. Every day be Christmas. So we have one more playoff game still pending for the wild card round.
Oh,
that's the Rams at Redskins.
Yeah.
Are they scheduled a game?
No, but
it might be midnight. It might be midnight tonight, honestly. If if it's not a little bit beyond that, because they say he might get sleepy.
If not, it'll be sometime Monday.
Okay.
So, and I've made sure to because I can't advance it on the app, and Hossein still said he still can. I've transferred Commissioner Powers over.
I don't know how they did that.
They updated the app.
Right.
But his app isn't updated for some reason.
Man, it actually, I just looked, it's updated now.
Well,
Got
good
him.
though. You know what though? That I can still edit my players because I don't have a commission power, so I'll be able to take that 38 off of Eckler. But yeah, so it'll probably the game will probably be Monday sometime if they don't play midnight tonight, and we'll advance as soon as they tell us. We'll advance.
And please, if you're playing the playoff game, please broadcast your games and post a link on the Facebook group page so we all watch your games.
Tonight.
And most importantly, right? Zay's going to probably broadcast, but most importantly, if you know what time you're going to play your game, post it so that we know, because we got a couple late nighters, in the league. So we know, and most guys like me, Harris, Dragon, a couple of guys, will post your link for you. So all you got to do is play your game. But if we don't know when the game is, that's how I missed two of them. They weren't really scheduled. It's going to be hard to watch. And with, the pandemic still going on, we kind of don't want to miss any good football. This is still good football.
Yep.
Everybody said each of these games were well, no, all these games were bad except the Patriots and Colts game. But I'm sure this Rams-Redskins game is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So we definitely don't want to miss it.
I'm gonna call you out on it. Who gonna win it?
Oh, Rams-Redskins?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Redskins by 17.
Word?
Yeah.
I say Rams by 14.
Because he beat you?
Man, shut up.
Skins by 10.
Nothing against you, Zay, but God dog that Rams offense.
Skins by 10.
Skins by 10?
Yep.
Yeah. They've played before.
Who won?
Redskins by like 25, 30.
Dang.
I say the same score. Redskins by 25-30.
Yeah. But who knows? This year's Rams is well, not even this year's. The second half of the year's Rams are a bit different than the beginning. They took most of their losses within the first 6 weeks. See, they lost to the Seahawks week 1, lost to the Giants week 3, lost to the 49ers week 4, beat the Saints, and then lost to the Redskins week 5. 28-39. So Rams lost to the Redskins week 6. Week 6, Monday Night Football, 28-39. So.
All right. So they play tonight. I'll actually be up.
Well, Isaiah just sent me a text message and he said the last loss was me. Question is, are you playing tonight or y'all playing tomorrow? I'll text him. Are you playing tonight or tomorrow? Question mark.
That's so lazy.
Can't use these.
Right there, Dick Tracy.
Right.
Yeah.
I like
Hey,
the
Siri.
reference, Mike.
Hey Siri, turn the washing machine on.
Hey,
he said still waiting on him. So I'd guess it'll be Monday, but who knows? It might be a midnight game. I'll still be up playing either call or watching YouTube or something.
Hey, Josiah, can you fix the screen? Have us all on the same screen?
You're not on all it?
No, I'm watching on YouTube. It's showing whoever's talking.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we got one more game in the wild card.
Mm-hmm. The winner of this game goes to play the well, no. If the Rams win, the Rams will play the Bears. If the Redskins win, the Redskins will be a repeat of week 17 and play the 49ers. This time it'll be at San Francisco.
Okay.
So I played Isaiah. I played Zay
game.
week 17.
Okay.
I was at his house. I won 31-21. He said 12 midnight.
Ooh.
Isaiah just said that. So we'll definitely be looking forward to that game.
Please post it. Let us know. Put the link up. so we can watch the game.
Hell,
I'll be up.
I'll put the link up, so I'll be
Yep.
I'll be looking out for that.
All right.
But
Are we all on the screen?
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
But
I'm about to hand the
since-
show over to Tranks and Hoseyan because y'all see y'all got some news.
yeah, we got an announcement. But the Seahawks, because they beat the Falcons and they're the 5th seed, depending on what happens in this game right here, will determine whether or not the 49er. I mean, well, no, they can't. There's no way they can play the Well, if the Rams win, 49ers will play the Seahawks. The Rams win. If not, 49ers will play the Redskins, and the Seahawks will play the Bears. That's how the AFC looks. I mean, NFC looks. We already discussed the AFC. How that's sitting, right? Bills are playing Colts right now, right?
Yep.
And Dill, you're playing the
Chargers.
You're playing the Chargers. You used to see the smile he had. So that's a game we're looking out for. But so Oceana, I think we got
Chargers,
it. Seahawks are not the lowest seed. Isaiah thinks Seahawks are the lowest seed. They're not.
Oh, y'all going over the MVP and all that other stuff too? Or no?
No.
You want to go over it? Sure. Well, you can go over it.
Let me jump back on. Hold on.
Let's see. Isaiah seems to think the Seahawks are the lowest seed.
You do?
Let me see if the Seahawks, what the record is against the
Oh man.
while Hosean gets that together. They beat the Rams. Oh, they split with the Rams.
How does it keep on kicking me out?
Nobody likes you.
They probably don't. Hurt.
That's one of the most basic words that hurt, man.
Shut
up.
Like my man Widow says, it's the guys that you care about most hurt you the most. The Falcons are a higher seed than the Redskins, so the Falcons are going to play the lowest seed first.
Is that why you wanted it up, man? Because Melvin Gordon got MVP?
Oh, no, not at all. No, I just thought maybe y'all were going to do that this time. I'm not worried about that. I knew I was going to get it anyway because Devontae free good enough. Shots fired. had to regain my status with Melvin.
All right. So
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah,
But y'all really want me to go over this?
No, I mean, since you brought it up, might as well.
All right, I'm just going over the top 3 each category. All right, for MVP, Melvin Gordon number 1, Jared Goff number 2, Devontae Freeman number 3. Go over the Coach of the Year, the Bears, Mike Lowry. He's going to win Coach of the That threw me off too. Number 2 was Anthony Lynn of the Chargers, and San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan. Wow. Okay. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Shut up. AFC Player of the Year. You got Melvin Gordon of the Chargers, Odell Beckham of the Browns, Vincent Smith of the Chargers, Defensive Player of the Year, Eric Wilson of the Chargers, Matt Milano, aka that bastard of the Broncos. Of the Browns, we have Joe Schobert. Who the hell is that? Okay, well, let's move on from that. Anyway.
Don't do that.
You'll see him next week. Him.
You'll see him next week.
I said, but Offensive Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Najee. Okay, you got me before I said it wrong. Najee Parsons of this Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2 is I'm Slow of the Broncos, and number 3 is Marquand Campbell of the Steelers. Wow. Okay. All right. I see you, Mike.
That's with my running
Defensive
back.
Rookie of the Year.
Someone can run.
That's your runner. Oh,
run too,
okay.
A little bit. Not as good.
We got Matthew Sample of the Texans, Sam McPherson of the Bengals, and Drew Matthews of the Colts.
Defensive Rookie of the
SQB.
Year.
This is what I wanted to take personal, deal for you. Andrew Carlson. Carlson. I said my own player's name wrong. Damn. Andrew Carlson, number 1 of the Chargers. Number 2, Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield. Number 3, Gerald Edwards of the Broncos.
One and done Broncos.
Damn.
That's he still stabbing. God damn.
Best running back, Melvin Gordon, the Ruckus, and Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb will be a Browns again this year.
Best wide receiver, Odell Beckham, Browns, Vincent Smith, Chargers, Robbie Anderson, Jets. God damn, how many yards did Odell have? I don't think really.
30,000.
Best offensive lineman, Quentin Nelson, David DeCastro, and Shaq Mason. It's the top 3 for that. Best defensive lineman, Joey Bosa of the Chargers, Josh Allen of the Jaguars, and Carl Larson. Best linebacker. Yeah, the Bengals. I was surprised at that. Thought it was going to be Bobby Wagner. Best linebacker, Eric Wilson of the Chargers, Matt Milano, a.k.a. That Bastard, and Joe Schobert.
You'll see him next week.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, this is what you guys see next week. Best defensive back, Derwin James Jr., number 1.
Hold on. How was he number 1 with a torn meniscus?
Yeah, the most picks. He didn't have it. Shut up. Don't bring that up. This is Madden 20, not Madden 21.
He's not playing.
Don't do that.
He's like, wait.
He got injured on here, too. He was injured for like 4 weeks. But
he's injured in real life.
He won defensive back of the year. Yeah, okay. He's back now and won the game. That's all that matters. He's number 1, Derwin James. Number 2, Obi Melifonwu of the Chargers, and Von Jacobs of the Patriots. Best kicker, Joey Sly, Zane Gonzalez of the Bills, and Harrison Butker. That's a hell of a name. Moving on to the NFC to finish this out. No surprise here. Offensive Player of the Year, John Ross III. Number 2, Devontae Freeman. Todd Gurley, number 3. Defensive, no surprise here at all. He balled out all season. Montez Sweat, number 1. Yeah, Roquan Smith, who had a lot of picks. He actually beat Derwin out, I believe, for Defensive Player of the Year, number 2. And Shaquem Griffin, number 3. Offensive Rookie, Mr. Michael Vick Jr., number 1. Joshua Britt of the Falcons, number 2. Frederick Crocker, crazy name, number 3 of the Detroit Lions. Defensive Rookie of the Year, let's see, A.J. Robertson of the Rams, Ronald Winkler of the Cardinals, Martin Hill of the Falcons. These are some crazy names. That remind me of that name on Ace Ventura. Best QB, Jared Goff, number 1. Patrick Mahomes, number 2. And Wayne Haskins Jr. That's a dangerous man. Oh, yeah. Devontae Freeman, number 1 as far as best running back. Todd Gurley, number 2 of the Seahawks. Darius Geist, number 3. Yeah.
Freeman got hurt during the season, too, so it's pretty amazing that he still got number 1.
Right. Best receiver, no surprise once again, John Ross III. And that is a surprise. Andrew Dwyer of the New York Giants. And then we got Deebo Samuel. Well, we ain't gonna go there. Tiger's not here. but it's a surprise that he's over Deebo Samuel. That's a big surprise too. Deebo usually gets the ball more than him, don't he?
Probably not, because we actually got running with our running backs. He doesn't.
Yeah.
He just throw the ball. Usually when you're trailing, you throw more.
Best offensive lineman, David. Correct me if I say it wrong.
Bakhtiari.
Yeah, you got that. Number 2, Zach Martin of the Cowboys. Chicago Bears, James Daniels. Okay, defensive lineman, no surprise. Aaron Donald of the Rams. Cameron Jordan of the Saints. David Seahawks. All right, linebacker. Damn. Montez Sweat, number 1. Roquan Smith, number 2, and Shaquem Griffin, number 3. defensive back.
God, fast.
Rams all over the place.
Xavier. Exactly. Xavier Howard of the Rams, Desmond Trufant of the Falcons, and Buda Baker of the Cardinals. Buda. All right. No, Dill, no. Number best kicker, Tranks.
Oh, Kair Vedek.
Yeah, him. And number two, Jake Elliott.
Kair Vedek.
The Packers.
Come on, man.
And the Rams, Greg Zuerlein. I can say that.
Yeah, here's the crazy part, right? All these guys made it higher than my guy, Michael Badley, number 5. But my guy made the Pro Bowl. Just saying.
Really?
My guy made the Pro Bowl, this year.
That's pretty good, man. That's saying something.
It don't matter because, well, hopefully we get the Super Bowl. We'll have to play in the Pro Bowl. So.
Is there anything else we're going through on the game that I need to keep up?
No,
I think that's it.
Now we got the commissioner's special announcement. That's the last thing.
You
going to take the floor, Hosian?
Dang it.
Let me
out again.
situated here real quick.
What happened? We're all going pro for real?
MLG. Dead silence.
I know, it's so awkward, ain't it?
Right. Nah, well.
Yeah, the one thing we were going to bring up was the gameplay. It was kind of discussed earlier in the podcast, but we've had some games we watched where the gameplay as far as on defense, people aren't reading the rules, but if not, we're going to clarify it. But when you're on defense, you're always to rush 3 players, not to do 1 player, 2 player, and drop everyone into coverage. It's always a requirement in the game that you have at least 3 rushers. Which 3 rushers you have, it doesn't really matter, but as long as you have 3 rushers. We had this issue before, I think a couple Maddens back, where this defense was brought up by a particular name, and I'm not even gonna go into detail with it, but it's just not something that we tolerate in the league. So if you're on defense, you're rushing 3 players every down.
And anytime it was seen, we've warned the person, hey, no, we don't allow that. So it's not like this is, anytime we've seen it, especially new people, we say something. Because, obviously the old heads and the vets, they know you can send 1 player and blitz 2 players, that's 3 rushers. You can, any combination permeation you'd like, but you got to send 3 people. This sending 1 and 2 people is just unacceptable. But I have had issues with this person for a while. And generally I try to stay in the background when I can, because I don't dig the way somebody rolls doesn't mean that everyone else feels the same way. So I try to make sure that there are other complaints brought to the table before I let my personal feelings known. And I happened to actually play this person this season, and to be honest, I had zero issue with their gameplay at all. So we'd had issues prior with this person, and we kind of let them know what was allowed, what wasn't allowed, what needed to be corrected. They actually left the league for a while and was allowed back in. Even when one of the commissioners were kicking and screaming, didn't want him back. But, sometimes people deserve a second chance. So let them come back, and pretty much told them, look, you're on probation. Okay, you got to keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble. We kind of need a positive attitude, because there was a waiting list to get in, and you got in. But after seeing the Week 16 performance by the Falcons and the Bears, I saw some stuff in this game. I'm telling you right now, if I was the only commissioner here, I would have booted his ass out of the league immediately. I mean, after that game, we wouldn't even been talking. I would have booted. But, I got to make sure I'm not overreacting, making sure I'm not doing, just getting emotional. So, I said, well, let's see what he does in the playoffs. Because what happened in that game, just so I can explain to everybody, the game got out of hand quickly. This was a highly anticipated game. Both guys only had 1 or 2 losses, and this was the game that was going to determine first or second seed for both of them. And this person lost 44-0. They went down 17-0 in that first half.
Yeah, no, it was that bad.
Well, here's the thing, right? In the second quarter, and I mean the second quarter,
I'm sorry, dude.
they were doing stuff. Bro, there's a reason why I told you to watch that game, because that game's still up there if you want to see it. In the second quarter, this guy was, after he got scored on, running out to the 10-yard line and just dropping to the ground. And I mean, I understand, people Madden 21's out. We're in the 5th season, they're tail end. People kind of tired of the game, I guess, burnout. But if you don't want to play, you're not a prisoner. You don't have to play. But he decided to continue, decided to rack up his wins. And when he got here and got into an opponent that was able to stop what he was doing, he just started, he was going forward inside his 20 multiple times, just doing stuff that proved that you obviously weren't trying to win. You weren't being a good sportsman doing this type of dumb stuff. It was embarrassing having a guy like that represent us in the league. And I'm telling you right now, I was ready to boot him out of the league when I saw it. I sent him an inbox message and let him know exactly how it felt. So this is, me announcing this now. Shouldn't be any surprise to him, because I've said it to him. I didn't say it face to face to him because Corona, but I messaged him directly and we talked about it. I let him know that it's just not acceptable. This type of thing's not acceptable. And then his very first game in the playoffs, he starts doing rushing 1, rushing 2 players, and we're talking for 96-97% of his defensive snaps. I was kind of, again, embarrassed that Matt had to deal with that, because he deserves better than that. I mean, Matt talks junk, Matt has fun, but Matt's not disrespectful. He ain't disrespectful in the game. You know what I mean? He don't do. He's not going to do it. He follows the rules, man. And the thing that disappoints me the most about all of this is I actually played this dude, and he didn't do it when we played. You know what I mean?
Because you're a commissioner.
My point is, you understood what the rules were when you were playing me.
Facts, yeah.
You were just as tired and frustrated with the game then.
Yep.
But you act out when when people, it's just
But
stuff.
just to throw it out there too, it's some other people in the league, and I'm not going to put them out there, but it's a couple people I played this season, and the games are still up that do the same thing. Now they didn't do it 90% of the time of the game.
95, 97%
that's
of their
ridiculous.
defenses. And after seeing that Bears game and then seeing this game, as far as we're concerned, next Madden, the Bills are going to be open. They're available for anyone else to own, because he's not coming back.
You mean the Falcons?
The Bills. No. The Falcons owner is going to be the new Bills owner.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
And the old Bills owner is going to be the Falcons owner next Madden. So the Bills next Madden are open for, to be owned, because I can't stomach this type of gameplay.
Yeah.
Because this is not what it's about.
Right.
We're all adults here. If life is too difficult, hey man, I got things going on in life. I got to go on vacation. I just got things I got to do. I cannot. Fine, we'll have a spot for you. We're going to be kicking you out of the league just because you can't play or don't want to play or sick of Madden or whatever. But you can't do this type of stuff.
No. 5 seasons into it, we can definitely understand it.
Yeah.
Take a break.
We usually have a break during this time to prepare. We running right into the next man and then have to sit through. I mean, the only games we have to watch, and we got to watch that type of stuff. I just was disturbed to see it. And we're not dealing with it anymore because he's not going to be part of this league anymore. And
Deuces and juices.
Yeah, and the great part is the people he's associated with don't have this problem. You know what I mean? That's the great part about it. So there's no guilt by association, and there's no bad blood between me and this specific individual because I was in the party with them, all three of them talking. You know what I mean? But I'm judging you off the things that you do. I'm not judging you off of how I feel about you personally. No, it's all up there on tape. None of that stuff is imaginary, and it's not going to be allowed because this is supposed to be a stress relieving endeavor. This whole Madden thing that we do, and I'm not going to have people like Isaiah Thompson and Matt have to deal with people who aren't going to be mature enough to finish the game out like a man. And, make your attempts to win. If you can't win, you can't win. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That type of stuff is not going to be allowed. I mean, I don't know if I hit it all the points, but Hossein, that's all I got to say on that. He's done.
So as far as open teams, I mean, since you brought that up, what open teams are there in Madden 21?
Well, right now, the Bills. I just saw a post inside the league where the Jets owner is trying to swap teams.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
So I'm not sure what team he never mentioned what team he wants to go to because I don't even know what his favorite team is. Maybe Dill, you might have an idea who his favorite team is, or maybe he'll put it in the chat. But I do know the Jaguars owner Tony Tillman is looking to what's what I miss it. The Jaguars owner Tony Tillman is looking to swap teams, so there's a potential for a swap. That's it. Everybody else, we're locked up. I know the next Madden, the Broncos going to have a new owner. It's going to be Reggie Sawyer.
Correct.
Reggie,
yeah,
right?
they basically swapped, didn't they?
They're swap teams, and Cole is coming over to the NFC West.
Why is Cole leaving?
Because he thinks he has a better chance in NFC Best, I guess. I don't know.
Better competition is what he said.
Derwin James did it.
You know what? He wants to get eliminated from the playoffs earlier. Coming over here.
You got Henry Ruggs, so hey.
Well, either way, that's a swap that's going to happen. But outside of that, there are no other open teams.
I know Dorian left. He's going from the Bills to the Falcons. They had
correct.
So
the Falcons are currently owned, but the Bills are open, and potentially the Jets are open if someone wants to swap with him, and the Jaguars looking to swap teams as well because they pretty much took what was left, so they'll probably be first up. Because when the Jaguars took their team, no one else was looking to swap teams, so or move to another team. So if there are any questions about this, by all means, post it in the podcast chat, and I'll field it. Hossein will field it.
Tillman said he'll take the Bills.
Well, there you go. So now the Jaguars are open. So,
as far as Madden 21, I know since we're still in the 5th season, Tranks and I were talking about this. It's probably going to be after we finish the playoffs. If the playoffs are finished by next weekend, it's about a week. I think we'll have a break, and then we'll jump into Madden 21.
Right.
So there won't be a big break like we were typically used to since we did 5 seasons. Kudos to everyone on that too, because I think it's the first time we've gone a full 5 seasons.
Well, no, we've had a 5th season before that we recorded, but this is the first time we've gone this long and this close to the end of the season. But I know, assuming the pace picks up a little bit, and I trust that it will. I believe the Super Bowl will be played by Saturday of this week, and the NFL season kicks off, I think, next Thursday. So you're looking at almost a week for the NFL season kicks off on Thursday, and then you have all the games on Sunday. that's pretty much 1 week from our potential Super Bowl. We don't know when the actual date's going to be for Super Bowl, but it's a week from the potential to the Super Bowl, and I'm sure there will be a patch that Sunday or that Saturday night before the rest of the regular season week 1 games start.
Now, mind you, this is EA, so we were anticipating that to happen, but
correct.
There's always a possibility that it may not. So
EA put out a patch yesterday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
oh, and so you're finally actually recognizing that other 5th season, so my Super Bowl win now counts?
No,
Tell
that's
him,
not
Mike.
the season
Tell
we're
him.
talking about. That is
Tell him,
not
Mike.
the 5th season we talking about.
Yes.
All right. Is that
Anybody
it?
else have anything on that?
No,
I guess nobody saw the games that we were talking about, so nobody saw Matt's game other than me, I guess. Me and
I'm about to look it up. I'll be
yeah.
up.
I saw
Bill
2 minutes.
and watch if you really want to see the thing that like set me off, watch the Bears game. I think that's you watch the Bear game and then go to watch the Matt's game. You'll see why I was just done. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I told Josian this. If the Bears game was just the only, and he just played, regular in the playoffs, I probably would have just ignored it.
I could see it playing like that, but
right,
would have picked it up after that.
It's tough to let that sit, man, because you're showing us essentially what you're going to be like when you start losing to Madden 21. And Madden sucks. I'm tired of this Madden. I'm glad it's over. All that loser talk. Nah, I'm not with that at all.
And just to point that out, I mean, we had a couple owners that did that with Madden 20. It was adjusting to the changes, to the X factor and all that stuff. It was a big change for a lot of people. Even the top dogs. Dill had a time where he was going through a rough patch. Reggie, but they all persevered and they got the game together, and they kept playing and did what they did. And we didn't have any issue with these guys, just forfeiting games and doing things that they're not supposed to be doing because the game was frustrating, so to speak. So
playing like a juvenile.
Yeah.
Playing like a petulant child.
There's no crying in football.
Right, exactly.
Nah,
man, just
no crying.
That's unnecessary, man. We all grown men here, man.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I wish it wasn't like this because it's supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's just a game. You're not supposed to take it seriously like life, honestly.
For real. Well, that's all I got, though.
No, I appreciate it, and it's one of those too. Like when I bring people in the league, I tell them read the rules. Now I got you in. You gonna get yourself kicked out.
He literally stole that to a guy too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a fun league, but we got rules. So, but the show was great, over an hour long.
Wow, really? Still?
Yeah, it's always over.
I'm long-winded.
Yeah, you are. So anyway, but Jose, you're gonna have to end it. But FNG, love y'all. Definitely great Madden 20 year. Shout out to Harris for winning 2 Super Bowls. And
Matt got 2 as well.
Matt got 2. We gotta make sure they don't get this 5th one. All right.
I'm doing my best.
Sound like a lot of damn hate, man.
It is. It's a lot. It's a lot right now.
I hate you.
Tranks, I want to see you in the Super Bowl. All right.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. See you there.
Before
I got a whole bunch of tough dudes.
I want to see Tranks in the Super Bowl.
That's it. I'm opening up the playbook on you, Dill. That is it.
Open it up. All right. I'll close it for you. I'll close it for you.
Damn.
I don't
want to talk too much trash.
I know Nash posted something on Facebook kind of checking how we're doing. So it's much appreciated, man. I'm glad. I hope everyone is doing good, especially in this times with this pandemic. I hope all y'all are staying safe. Your families, everyone's doing well. And if something comes up, definitely reach out, man. You got a family inside FNG.
Yes.
Definitely.
If anything comes up, something's going on, you need to vent. We're here for you. But definitely kudos to Nash to posting that, because a lot of times we get stuck in our rut and forget that there are people out there that care and are there for us. So definitely.
Well, let me speak on that before and you can cut it off after this. There was a point in this past 6 months, let's say, where I was feeling, I don't want to say I was depressed, but I was feeling melancholy, right? And I'm a genuinely positive, happy guy. I'm passionate about the 49ers. I'm passionate about my family, but generally I don't get too worked up. I'm a happy guy. But I was just sad and couldn't figure it out. And it was sticking longer than than the normal sadness would stick. You hear about Kobe dying, or Chadwick Boseman dying. You're going to be a little sad, but eventually something's going to happen in your life to bring you up. But I was melancholy for a lot longer than usual, and I didn't like that feeling, And to go to what Hossein was saying about us being a family, the people that I talked to were in the league. I didn't even really have this conversation with my wife. I didn't have this conversation with guys at work. You know what I mean? I had this conversation with guys in the league. So it's like, there's been several times Hossein and I have heard issues people were having in the league. They told us, hey, look, man, I'm having, this type of thing. One guy had a fire at his house. You know what I mean? House burned down, everything in it. And we're like, good, we got you. Take care of your business. He did what he had to do and came back. There was some California wildfires. There's a lot of things going on in life that happens, and we're a family here, man. You got some issues. We had a guy who wanted to get a guy his own system. He was, reach out, talk to us, communicate. We as men are not really taught to communicate our feelings, and that's typically why when you repress that type of stuff, it comes out when you least expect it and in bad ways. And you don't know how to do that, man. There's no reason why you can't just say, hey, look, going through some things, I can't be dealing with Madden right now, I need a break. Cool. Do your thing, buddy. I got you. There'll be a spot for you when you get your headspace right, or your family right, or whatever is going on in your life. You don't even got to tell us any specifics. We don't care about the specifics. We care more about you than we do anything else. So like Isaiah said, like Hossein said, and like everybody on this panel, Mike, Dill, Harris, everybody, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and know if you need somebody to talk to the 31 other guys you can talk to in this league.
Yes.
That's all I got, guys.
Be safe.
We're good. Be safe, y'all.